Well, the weighing room, it's Windsor Racecourse, and what a treat. I'm here to ride in a charity race. It's for a great cause. And I tell you what, there's some funny old people joining me in this. We're riding stunt horses tonight, but we've got all the proper gear on. We're doing 3 furlongs of the straight here at Windsor, and I'm hoping it's going to be fast and furious, but I'm not convinced.
Was it the Princess Anne Stakes, the Cara Stakes, and I think there's some runners and riders who are going to take the world by storm.
Well, these are 2 of my main contenders. Grand National winning jockey Huell Davis, he's looking a bit wrinkly these days. And Cheltenham Festival winning jockey Luke Harvey, he's looking a bit cuddly these days.
What am I doing? I'm leading my wife, who's going to ride a very good race, I hope.
You're still looking trim though, Huell.
10-3 stripped, but 10-7 in colours, so that wasn't bad.
No, I was originally down to ride, but I failed the dope test. In that I agreed to do it in the first place, and then I looked at the small print and it said it involved actually sitting on top of the horse instead of actually watching it.
Can you just turn around a minute?
I know, they are quite slow.
Yes, a little bit tight around the bottom.
It's the lead rope attached to the
hand.
The bridle, is it? Or what's the bit that goes over
bit.
The bit. Yep. Okay.
I haven't sat on a horse for about, 6 months until this morning. I thought I'd better get fit, so I rode a horse out for the wife, and the old magic. I wish I had. I was stiff as a board when I got here.
Well, no, okay, I forgot to say weapons of mass destruction. I forgot to mention that, but we're looking for them in the weighing room at the moment.
And what about you, Huell? Have you been riding a lot?
I haven't sat on a horse for about 1.5 years.
So are you nervous?
No, there's no point being nervous. No point nervous, it's too late for that. Very frightened, very apprehensive. You know, those guys in there are taking the mick and they're having a whale of a time. They're enjoying themselves, the jockeys in there.
Definitely you have been in training though, haven't you?
I have been in training. I cut it down. I only had 9 pints of lager last night.
Brilliant.
I'm feeling very apprehensive, and I've never done this before, so it'll be quite an interesting few moments, I think.
Well, it's not often you see this man in colours. Champion jockey many times, John Frankham. Good to see you back in the old silks.
I know. Had to rummage around in the attic to find all this and knock a few cobwebs off.
You're still trim though. What weight did you do today?
11-1, very easily. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah,
Well done.
no cheating. If it had been a novice chase, I think I'd have done 10-7 without cheating.
Now, what about, have you been riding? Because a couple of the others, you know, Huell, Grand National winning jockey, he hasn't been riding.
Haven't ridden out at all. No, I'd probably say I'm about 2 pounds behind your old man in terms of fitness and about 3 feet in terms of height. So I've got an uphill finish.
Now, what about the horse you're riding?
I haven't got a clue what it is. It's called Sam, which is quite a nice name for a horse.
I met my horse once before, yeah, a lovely horse called Hendrix. Well, at least it was lovely when I met him. Whether it'd be good now, I don't know.
It's a stunt horse, so don't pull its left ear because it lies down.
Oh, does it?
I've just got to squeeze my knees and I'll be all right.
As long as it's not one of those that runs 100 yards and then pretends it's been shot and just falls on the ground.
Hey, Mel, where's my sticks on?
Oh, Zara, that looks a nice one. Yeah. Long mane. Come on. Most of our horses, and certainly Luke Harvey's mule, had seen more action in front of movie cameras than on a racetrack. But off we went down to post, with some of us looking a little more comfortable than others. I'd got my race plan sorted out, and if Brian was going to get a head start, why shouldn't I? I'm going to try and get a flyer now, because they're lining up behind. The starter's getting on her rostrum, so I'm going to get going. That's me on the right trying to get away, but unfortunately the starter had spotted me and I was called back into line for a slightly, though I have to say only slightly, more ordered start.
In line, everybody! No, in line, and up!
We were off, and as Brian Turner and his handlers tried to persuade Hendrix to go up the left-hand side of the track, the rest of us bunched together on the right, trying to coax every last bit of speed out of our mounts, some of us with more success than others. It was all in vain though, as the actress Claire King was quite clearly on the only horse that could actually run fast. She finished miles ahead of the rest of the field, but hang on a minute, who's that behind her, I hear you ask? Without the help of a full start and waving to her adoring public, Alice Blunkett finishes in 2nd place. All right. My lovely stunt horse had run his little heart out, and as brave Brian trotted his way to the finish, it was time for a bit of gloating.
I beat you!
Mine went for 100 yards and it tried to trot.
What did yours do? Mine was alright to begin with, and then it was like halfway down, it's like when the racehorse came past actually, it went.
But did you ever get near me?
No, because you cheated.
I never saw you, I saw you about 2 seconds at the start.
That was a false start.
backwards part.
I did a full stop, then I turned around, I was very fair.
No.
I beat ya. I beat ya.
Anyway, congratulations on a very, very competitive race. I think there's about 17 races going on with 17 different horses, but the winner, Claire King on Parky.
Yay!
Congratulations. And you got this large bottle of champagne.
I can't believe it. It was a fix. It was a fix.
What was fixed about it? It's just a better horse.
Better rider.
No, better horse. Definitely.
But you do a lot of riding, seriously, because you look very stylish out there.
I've been riding out again. I was quite long today actually because I was a little worried about the track.
Yeah, how are the knees?
All right, good. Yeah, I have been riding out for Kevin and Declan Carroll.
But have you ridden in a race before, or is this your first time?
No, I had my amateur licence about 10 years ago.
What did you?
Yeah, I was awful.
Well, we like watching you today. Well done.
Well done to you too.
I say painfully, I say well done. Next time it won't be the same.
I know.
The rematch.
Yeah.
We didn't do the whole course, we cheated slightly, we set up before everybody else. The horse suddenly saw these horses come running past it and wanted to go.
Brilliant.
But we managed to hold it back a wee bit because I wanted to take the plaudits of the crowd when you'd all gone past her.
Now, William, what happened?
Well, it went like a rocket for 100 metres, and that was it. I don't know what he does in his real life, but he thought 100 metres was his limit. Those 3 furlongs felt like 3 miles. And he went through the finish and walked. Yours had gone round the corner. Mine wouldn't have gone round the corner in trot, let alone gallop.
Better luck next time. Well, what a laugh. That really was fantastic. It was just great to dust off the old gear and get back out, even if it wasn't quite on the proper thoroughbred horses. But what a good team we had here, and well done to Brian. He had only ridden twice before he tackled the 3 furlong straight here at Windsor. I'm thinking of making a comeback, but I think I might leave it to the pros.
Well, Alex.